Hello guys, welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Today, I got another Sims 4 guide, and this is base game, so you don't have to have any packs, thanks to this new update. So today, I'm going to talk about wants and fears. Uh, so these are the wants, your little fluffy clouds that are above your Sim's head, like the whims were previously, but the wants are purely based on your Sim's personality. Same for the fears, but the fears are just popular events that show up. And as you can see, Rory has no fears. Well, she actually does, but it just doesn't pop up right here for some reason. It's kind of weird. But if I go to Luna, she also has fear of the dark as well, and it shows up right here. So as you can see, uh, feel confident outside at night. So this is the fear right here. Do you see the difference between the wants and the fears? I think you can. So, the wants are like these little fluffy clouds. Um, so any sim will have these. These are really similar to wants. Um, but the fears are like your interesting little thing here, and they pop up. They're completely separated from your wants, which I really do like. So, your wants are right here, while your fears are right here. But unlike wants, fears happen on certain events. During a thunderstorm and during night, they could get the fear of dark, which shown here, which is a season's specific, I believe. I don't know for sure, but as you can see, fear of the dark, and Rory has the exact same. I don't know why she's afraid of the dark because she's a werewolf, but it's whatever. I mean, she's a werewolf, but I guess I guess werewolves can get afraid then and then, but still, or then and now, or now and then. Blah, bad grammar, very bad grammar. So again, I don't know why this fear. I believe never happens to vampires, which is understandable because vampires are pretty much made for the dark. So again, I really don't know why vampires would get afraid of the dark. I mean, it makes zero sense. Um, Now, there's other fears such as fear of fire. I don't know all the fears, but some of the fears are also high school years pack exclusive, so you're gonna have to have the high school years for that. But EA has made a statement where they're going to continue adding more as the game continues. So throughout the updates of The Sims 4, they're going to be adding more, which I really do appreciate. After 8 years, we finally got something that we definitely very well needed, and I'm glad they did this. I really am. So you can quite obviously see the difference between the fears and wants. You can see that the fear is more spiky, which is this right here. They can have, I believe, two fears at a time. I don't know for sure. You guys have to correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes they can have 2 to 3 wants at a time. It depends on their needs, as well as their wants and aspiration and their liked music, on how many could pop up. Now, with the base game update, we get 2 new reward traits that we can get, or potions, rather. I don't know where the aspirations, like, click the right dang thing. Ugh. If I go right here, go to the rewards store. They also updated this. If I can go back, please. Thank you very much. They also updated this to where this used to be up here in this little corner, but now it's like down here, so they updated this as well. And they added a couple of new things for, you guessed it, the wants and fears themselves, or itself, as you can see. So, want refresher. You can already guess what this does. If your sim drinks it, then their wants are replaced with new ones. And then fear be gone, which gets rid of your fears. Quite obvious there. Both cost, well, actually, no, fear be gone actually cost 300, while want refresher costs 200. So, never mind. They're not the same price, but it's only 100 points difference. So the want refresher, obviously, you buy it, and if you drink it, then your Sims wants will be completely replaced. And then if they drink the fear be gone, then any fear they have will be gone too. So it's really similar to your spellcaster charge. If you use the discharge, it basically makes it to where your charge completely empties and gets rid of it. Really similar here, except it's a potion, not a spellcaster perk, if that makes sense. So, again, I really love the Once and Fears. People have been noticing a few glitches, but EA and Sims team is already working on it, which I really do love. That's why I respect EA, because as soon as they notice a problem, they fix it. Um, Unlike some games, they actually fix their problems, and I really do like that. So they're already fixing this for the Once and Fears, mainly the Once. I don't think anything's wrong with the Fears. So as you can see, feel confident outside at night from fear of the dark. So be confident outside. Now, if you overcome your fears, which, you know, is what it says in the update, or the patch notes, if you go to the patch notes, that's what it says, overcome your fears. I don't think Rory has that yet, because she has been afraid of the dark for too long. So as you can see, she doesn't have that yet. She only has these once. She doesn't have those fears. Pretty much 9 times out of 10, you're always going to have a couple of wants, because it's your personality. As you can see right up a sim from being hot-headed, so that's completely based on her personality. So Rory is hot-headed, and she says right up a sim. Or right up a sim, sorry. And then, as you can see from her aspiration, Renaissance sim, get a promotion. So I really do like that. And like the previous whims, we can also, you know, pin them. Because if you sleep and then wake up, your wants are kind of refreshed anyway. So, um, it's so crazy and so well made. I do love it. And it's really cool. I love the update. And don't mind this, please, because I have a sim here who died by spellcaster overload because she was an idiot. Spoiler, I actually made her that. Oh, I accidentally clicked on Lou. Yes, Lou's in my family too. But she was an idiot, and she casted too many spells, so she paid the price. Um, so she paid the price. It was her own fault. But there are quite a few fears that your Sims can get, and some of them are harder to get than others. Some, like, for example, if you get married, you could get a fear of being cheated on, or being dumped, or being divorced. You could get a fear of that happening. So again, you can also get fear of fire too. So if you start a fire, you could also get fear of fire. So and trust me, it ain't as hard to set a fire as you might think. So so it's really similar to Sims 2. It really is, but it's just a little bit different. It's just a little bit different, okay? And I wish they would maybe fix the little buggy issues, but they are. They already addressed that they was fixing on that. I do wish the wants were kind of also based on your emotion too, like the whims was, because the whims also sometimes was, you know, based on your Sim's current emotion, which unfortunately the wants aren't. But the wants do kind of, you know, make up for that too, because it's not like random stuff. It's not like, you know, go for a jog and your Sim's not even active. The wants are purely based on your Sim's personality, and that's what I really purely love about the wants and fears, as well as the aspiration and the music that they like, as well as the stuff they like. So, like, it's their personality. So again, it's what fits their personality. As you can see, do something romantic from being romantic. Become playful from being childish. And like I said, that is purely based on her personality. If I go to the Simology, so really similar for your fears, but the fears are just something that pop up once at random, depending on the certain situation. They can get fear of, you know, the dark. See? Fear, afraid of the dark, as you can see. From fear of the dark. And I believe there's also cheats to make your Sims scared of the dark. I don't know. You're going to have to quote me on that. Probably not. That might have been why the update was so big for console players. I don't know if they did this for PC, but That's probably why the console update was bigger than the PC, because they added cheats for the console and not the PC. I don't know why. I just all these theories that I don't know that is actually true or not. But the wants and fears, spot on. They are fixing the bugs that are, you know, that is, comprehending with them, and they are fixing them. Thank God, because that's kind of annoying. Um, so like I said, Rory has fear of dark too, but she hasn't been afraid uh, as long as Luna has. So she hasn't got that fear yet, or that thing to tell us that, yeah, get confident during night. To tell us, how to, get rid of it and stuff. But you can quite obviously see the difference between the wants and fears. The wants are like a cloudy, kind of similar to the whims, but more puffy. And then the fears are kind of, spiky, kind of look like an explosion. And also they do appear in your Symbology panel as well, so you can go right here. Jeez, you have a bad responsibility. God dang. She is so irresponsible. Look at that. I'm even more responsible than her. I love how she has a really bad responsibility, but her manners are good. Bro, that's so stupid. I love it. Her manners are good, but her responsibility just sucks. Her responsibility just sucks. It's just so freaking hilarious, bruh. But again, that's practically the wants and fears, guys. Like I said, I love the wants and fears. I love how they work. And like I said, the Sims team is, working on the bugs and glitches that, wants and fears introduced. So again, that's why I respect EA. Like I said earlier, that's why I respect EA and why they're such a good team. They always focus on, getting rid of the bugs, making their game better. Because they fixed their Realm of Magic spellcasters problem with them not ranking up. I know that for a fact. Why did the camera do that? I have no clue. But they fixed the issue with the spellcasters not actually ranking up. Which I really do like that. So like if the orange bar goes all the way up, and if she was an apprentice, she might not rank up. And if you go out of the needs and go back to it, you might see it go back to apprentice if she had ranked up to neophyte, which the game doesn't show. And then, like I said, if you back out of the needs and go back into it, you'll see the orange bar. You would see the orange bar reset, and it will show that as if you're about to rank up to neophyte, and it will show that you are currently an apprentice when you're actually not. So again, I'm glad they fixed that issue. I really am. I'm just so thankful that they fixed that freaking issue. I think they fixed that like a few months ago now. So like again, I'm just so thankful that they fixed that. Again, EA is just a splendid team, and I love how hard they work on their game. I love The Sims 4 and all of its content. Like again, if I had one thing for them to fix with this patch would probably make it to where some of the wants could be based on their emotion. I don't know, but then again, that really wouldn't be a want. They just, what emotion they are. Because the whims that was there previously, sometimes they would be based on your emotion. Go back and look at my older Sims 4 videos if you have to, because you would see the difference between wants and fears. And she's dead. Does she have any fears? I don't think so. Yeah, she doesn't have any fears. So if you go to your, one more thing before I end this video. You know how I was saying that fears show up as a temporary trait in your Symbology panel? Let's go back to Luna. You can see here that she has the fear of the dark. As you can see. And like I said, it shows up as a trait. And then later on, depending on if your emotion changes, you might get this, which is like an overcome thing that pops up. And I love this. I really do. And, you know, I really respect EA. And again, um, I love The Sims 4. Trust me. They are always fixing their game. Honestly, I love the rain too. It's a thunderstorm. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, peace out.